Damon didn't talk to me for the rest of the afternoon. Not because he didn't want to, but because he couldn't. Every time our eyes met, he looked away like the truth might spill out if he stared too long. By nighttime, the house was quiet. Too quiet. I found him outside on the porch, sitting on the steps in the cold, hoodie pulled over his head, staring at nothing. "Damon," I said softly. He didn't look at me. "You shouldn't be out here. It's freezing." I needed air. "You needed distance." He exhaled, fog curling in the winter air. "Yeah," he said. "That too." I sat beside him. We didn't speak for a minute. The silence wasn't empty. It was full of everything he refused to say. Finally, he whispered, "I wasn't supposed to get jealous today." "You were jealous?" He laughed once, quiet, ashamed. "I'm failing at pretending I'm okay." I turned toward him. "You don't have to pretend." "Yes, I do." "Why?" His jaw clenched. He ran a hand through his hair, frustrated. "Levi, when I want someone, I don't know how to want them halfway." He looked at me then, really looked at me, and the air between us tightened. "If I cross that line with you," he said quietly, "I won't be able to take it back. I won't be able to undo it. And I'm not sure you understand what that means." "Then explain it." He swallowed hard. "You think I kissed you last night because I lost control, didn't you?" He shook his head. "No. I kissed you because I've been holding it in for too damn long." My breath froze. "And that," he said, "this is exactly why I'm trying not to touch you again." "What would happen if you did?" He stared at my mouth as it hurt him. "If I touch you again." His voice cracked. "I won't stop this time." The confession hit somewhere deep. I moved closer, just an inch. He tensed instantly. "Levi," he warned, "we keep having the same conversation." I whispered. "You push, you pull, you break, you run. Pick one." "I can't pick." "Then I'll pick for you." He inhaled sharply as I reached up, but he caught my wrist again, just like before. Except this time he didn't push it away. He held it, gently, carefully, like he wasn't allowed to let go. His thumb brushed my pulse, once slow. "Why do you do this to me?" he whispered. "Because you want me." "That's not the problem," he said. "The problem is I want you too much." He pulled my hand down, pressing it against his chest. His heartbeat was pounding, fast, uncontrolled, real. "This," he whispered, "is what you do to me." I swallowed. "Damon." He closed his eyes, leaning forward until his forehead touched mine. We weren't kissing. We weren't touching anywhere else. But it felt more intimate than every kiss I'd ever had. "Say something," he murmured. "I want you to." His breath hitched, a soft, broken sound. "Don't say that," he whispered. "Why not?" "Because I'm out of excuses." His hand slid from my wrist to my waist, slow, careful, shaking. He leaned in, lips inches from mine, too close, too charged, too much. "Damon," I breathed, and for a moment, he gave in. His nose brushed mine. His breath hit my lips. His fingers curled into my shirt. He whispered, "I want to kiss you so badly it hurts." Then, he pulled away as the cold air slapped him. He stood up fast, pacing, running both hands through his hair. "Not like this," he said. "Not when I'm 1 second away from losing my mind." "You're not going to lose me," I said. He turned to me, eyes raw, desperate. "That's exactly what I'm afraid of." He stepped back into the house before I could stop him, leaving me on the porch, heart racing, lips trembling from a kiss that almost happened. Almost. The next day, Damon barely spoke again. Not because he didn't want to, but because every time he looked at me, he remembered how close he came to kissing me. And it scared him. He stayed busy pretending, busy running. But I wasn't letting him run today. Our friends invited us to a backyard Christmas bonfire. I went. Damon came only because he refused to let me out of his sight. Half an hour in, I was talking to a guy I barely knew. A tall, loud guy named Marcus who laughed too much and stood too close. It wasn't flirting, but it looked like it, and Damon saw it. He was across the yard, but the moment Marcus touched my arm, I watched Damon's entire body go stiff, jaw tight, shoulders locked, eyes sharp. He tried to stay where he was. He failed. He crossed the yard in seconds. Marcus laughed again, touching my wrist. "You're colder than you look," he joked. Before I could respond, a hand grabbed my shoulder and pulled me back, hard. I stumbled right into Damon's chest. His voice was low, cold, and dangerous. "Stop touching him." Marcus blinked. "Whoa, man, relax." "No," Damon said. "I'm not relaxing. Move." "Damon," I hissed. "Stop." He ignored me. Marcus looked between us. "Are you too?" "No," Damon answered quickly, then lower. "But he's not yours." People were staring now. Damon didn't care. He stared Marcus down until the guy muttered something and walked away. When he was gone, I pulled away from Damon, angry. What the hell was that? He dragged a hand through his hair, pacing. "I told you," he snapped. "I can't watch other men touch you." He wasn't doing anything. He wanted to. "So what?" I shouted. "You're not my boyfriend, Damon." He froze. The silence cut deep. He whispered, "Yeah, I know." I swallowed hard. "Then why do you keep acting like you are?" He looked away, chest rising and falling fast. "Because I don't know how to do this halfway," he said. "I don't know how to want you and pretend I don't." "Then stop pretending." He looked at me then, eyes red, exhausted, scared. "No," he said. "I can't." "Why?" He hesitated too long. I stepped closer, softer. Damon talked to me. He shook his head violently. "Levi, you don't understand what I come from." "Then explain it." "No. If I tell you, you'll run." "I'm still here, aren't I?" He swallowed hard. His hands shook. That was the moment I realized. Damon wasn't afraid of wanting me. He was afraid of losing me because of what wanting me would reveal. "I can't give you what you deserve," he said quietly. "I don't know how to be loved the right way." My chest tightened. "Damon." He backed up a step, then another. "Stay away from me tonight," he whispered. "Please." "Why?" "Because I'm too close to breaking." He turned around and walked toward the gate. He didn't look back. Not once. And for the first time since he kissed me, I saw Damon running from me instead of running toward me. Damon didn't come home that night. He didn't text. He didn't call. He didn't exist. I tried sleeping. Couldn't. Every sound made me jump. Every passing car made my heart spike. By 2 a.m., I couldn't sit still anymore. I grabbed a jacket and went searching. I found him behind the old basketball court we used to hang out near in high school, sitting on the cold ground, back against the fence, hoodie pulled up, shoulders shaking. Damon doesn't cry, ever, but there he was, broken. He didn't see me at first, or maybe he did but didn't have the strength to pretend he was fine. I walked toward him. He didn't move. I crouched in front of him, still nothing. So I whispered, "Damon?" His breath hitched. He wiped his face quickly, but his hands were shaking too much to hide it. "Don't," he muttered. "Don't look at me like that." "Like what?" "Like you care." His voice cracked. "I don't want you to see me like this." "Too late," I said softly. "I already do." His shoulders shook again. This time he didn't hide it. He leaned forward, elbows on his knees, head down, breathing like every inhale hurt. "I told you to stay away tonight," he whispered. "I'm not leaving you out here alone." "You should." "Why?" He looked up, eyes red, expression raw. "Because everything I touch falls apart." "That isn't true." "Yes," he snapped. "It is." He pointed at himself, voice breaking. "You don't know what it's like to grow up with someone telling you you're too much, too angry, too emotional, too difficult. You start believing it. And then when someone good comes along, someone like you." His voice dropped to a whisper. "You push them away before they learn the truth." My throat tightened. I sat beside him. Closer. Damon, I said gently, I'm not afraid of your emotions. You should be. I'm not. He clenched his jaw, looking away fast. I don't want to hurt you, he whispered. And I will. I know I will. You haven't. He let out a breath that sounded like surrender. Mistakes happen when I care too much, he said. And I care too much about you. I swallowed. Then stop running. He shook his head slowly. I don't know how. I reached out slowly, giving him time to pull away. He didn't. My hand rested on his back. He flinched at the touch, not from fear, but from relief. He leaned into it before he could stop himself. I moved closer. He exhaled shakily and whispered, just don't let go. I didn't, not even for a second. He leaned his head on my shoulder, his breath warm against my neck, his body finally relaxing after hours of panic. We sat there under the dim streetlight, snow melting on our clothes, our hearts beating too close, too loud, too real. After a moment, he whispered, Levi, yeah, if I kiss you again, I'm not stopping this time. My breath caught. I know. He turned his face slightly, close enough that his lips brushed my jaw. Not a kiss, not yet, but the promise of one. He pulled back just enough to meet my eyes. His voice was a shaky whisper. I want you, and it terrifies me. I didn't move. I didn't blink. I just whispered back, then be terrified with me. He closed his eyes, and for the first time, he let me hold him while he fell apart.